see it.
Nay. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like this, right?
I didn't realize that they have veins in their face.
Currently recording. Just
Okay,
so
good.
this is all being.
Good.
So once you're done with this, just pull the mics in a little bit more.
Okay.
So whenever I close the door, you're good to go.
Oh, okay, great. Wow, I like that.
Thank you. Hi.
What's that?
Welcome to the pod.
Welcome. Oh my God, that's so claustrophobic.
It's good. Okay. Fun bit. Happy April Fool's Day.
Nay.
Yeah.
It's what I do to my man. Nay. Get it? Nay. Nagum. Nay.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
We tried.
Well, okay. So there was one thing that happened. So my daughter does a horse sound. It's very cute.
Oh,
what does a horse say? Knee, knee, knee. And because she gets really into it with like animal sounds. But we were at Sunday Fun Day, which is like playing with other parents and
God,
kids.
that's not what that meant.
Yeah, in a big room with like toys that they set up. So you can basically make a mess
Yeah.
at someplace else.
Oh, wow, that's
it's
nice.
great.
Yeah.
So we're there and it's like me and my daughter and then another mom and her kid.
Yeah.
And I was like asking my daughter, because there were these puppets, animal puppets. And I was like, what does a horse say? What does a cow say? What does a cow say? I was like, what does a cow say? And she wasn't answering. And I was like, she knows this one. Like, she knows it's me.
Don't embarrass me. We've practiced.
So, I mean, I wasn't like that, but I was like a little, like, I was like, she does know this. But anyway, so I was like, what does a cow say? What does a cow say? And then the other kid who's like a little bit older says to me, she's like, looks at the puppet. She's like, that's a horse. And I was like, nee. So that's my horse story.
I like it.
Also, my voice is still a little hoarse. I'm not as sexy as I was.
Horse,
yes,
all the horse.
exactly. Right. But I've had a sore throat for like 2 weeks.
Okay.
It's been very sexy for everyone involved.
I've had things in the throat too.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yes. Yeah.
Your hair is blonde.
Oh,
Right?
Yeah, I meant gonorrhea, but yeah, not like that. That's what I meant.
Your
Sorry,
hair
not like
has
that.
gonorrhea. Did you
No.
get that on purpose?
This is what I get. When you have gonorrhea in the throat, you
Yeah.
get this.
Yeah. Good. Side effects may include going bleach blonde.
Yes, I have blonde hair.
Okay.
I did it last summer.
Yeah, I remember.
Loved it. So
Yeah.
I was going to do it again in the summer. I was going to be like a summer moment because I was like,
Yeah.
I'm going to give people surprises. But
Yeah,
then
it's
I was
fully
like,
30-something degrees out.
yeah. But I was like, why not start earlier? Like, why
Yeah.
restrict myself to the summer?
Sure.
And it's already competitive
Hot girl
enough.
winter.
Hot girl like winter summer or
Yeah.
winter spring.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know if you've seen Real Housewives of Atlanta, but she's like fall summer, fall spring or whatever.
Oh, okay. Got it.
And it's really hard enough to get attention as a gay guy in New York, so I need all the advantages I can get.
Yeah.
I like
Sure.
more of it.
Right.
Any bit counts.
Yes.
This is it.
Okay.
People ask me the same stupid ass questions.
Like what?
Do blondes have more fun?
Oh,
It's like I'm
Yes.
a natural, like I have natural dark hair.
right.
So it takes a good amount of time
Yeah.
to keep this blonde.
Now,
So it's like,
do
no, we don't
you-
have, I don't
Yeah.
have more fun because I'm always trying to dye my hair. I don't have time to have fun.
That's
It's true.
good.
Like, it's
That's a
true. I
good
don't
joke.
have time. Like I have
Right.
to redo my hair in 2 weeks.
Right. Wait. Okay. So number one,
Yeah.
do you enjoy the time it takes? Like, is that, because I know you've talked about that you are an impatient person.
Very impatient.
Right.
yeah.
I love nothing more than waiting around when the stakes are low. Like for like
Yes.
hair dye.
Yeah.
I enjoy that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And not everybody does. Like, give me a day when I'm waiting for the cable guy. I'm in heaven. I love it. I love it. Okay. That's like part of why.
You're waiting for something.
I am.
Yeah,
I mean, the Manjaro.
Furnace.
9 to
something.
3.
Oh.
9 to 3 on Saturday mornings every now and then is when I'm waiting around for the weird Manjaro person to deliver.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I should get on that.
Well, because you save $50 if you wait. And I'm like, I'd wait for free. I love to wait. So I don't care.
You know, on Amazon, sometimes
Yeah.
they're like, like to save some time, do you want to package your bundles?
Right.
I was like, I'm like, no.
Oh.
Send it to me as quickly as possible. Unless they're like, oh, you get a free $1 like TV credit or whatever. I'm like,
Sure.
okay, that's worth it. But I wouldn't do it for free.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
too
I
impatient.
wait. I always wait and save for
really?
everything. Yeah.
I only do that on lifts.
I
You
do
wait and
too,
save
yeah.
on lifts.
Yeah.
And you know on lifts, it's not going to be a real wait and save. If the difference
Right.
between a wait and save and a real lift is
Yeah.
like $2, you're
Right.
like, oh, this is ridiculous. I'm
Yeah.
going to get it just as much.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
let me
yeah.
save $2.
Totally.
If it's like $5, it's a real wait and save. It's like your
Yeah.
driver's coming from Manhattan,
Yeah.
Massachusetts.
Right. Right.
Like, hold, please.
yeah.
You're like, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're getting a horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, it's going to drop off a horse first, but
Sure.
then we'll give it to you.
God forbid. I know that that's mean to do to horses. I do
What?
believe, like the carriage rides. Like
Oh,
it's
really?
really,
Is it?
yeah. There's TikToks and stuff. I'm sure.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
It's abuse and whatever.
Is it?
Yeah.
Then how do you get one horse from one place to another?
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
But I think the horse industry of that
We've
is
been to this place.
abusive.
Sorry.
Yeah, I do like it. Well, because today this is not going to be a good story. It's going to be mostly logistics.
Okay, and
My parking spot started at 10:30. I was going to get there at 10:19. I was like, I'm going to go to Gasoline Alley, official sponsor of the pod. No, they're not, but they could be.
yeah.
We're waiting.
We just need a $20 gift card. You could be an official sponsor forever.
That's true. So I stopped there. The one on Lafayette.
Yeah. That's the one I went to.
And then I parked at the same place I parked
Yeah.
last Tuesday. I could drive you home tonight again.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So anyway, okay. So it's been a little while. We covered your hair.
We covered my hair.
Okay.
It's been good. I
Yeah.
do like it. Is
Yeah.
it stressful waiting? I just want to cover that.
Yep.
Yes and no,
Sure.
because blonde, am I 100% happy with this specific blonde? No.
Oh.
But now I know what to do next time.
What?
Well, we put a little too much purple in and not enough violet.
There's purple and
It's
violet?
there's undertones of it, which takes the yellow away, apparently.
How long does it take?
4 hours.
Wow. What do you do?
Yeah. I just, on my phone,
Okay. The whole time.
then it's my
Yeah.
friend, so then we just talk it
okay.
up or whatever like
All
that.
right. Cool.
But because he charges less than going to a salon, it's half the price. And so there I am, hunched over his sink. His roommate's
Yeah.
in the other room, and I'm
Oh,
hunched
yeah.
over his sink. He's like, "Okay, close your eyes, because I don't want it to get into your eyes."
Right. Sure.
And I'm like, I'm gonna save $200, but I might go blind.
Yeah. Totally.
But now we know what to do. So next time we know
Okay.
we're gonna experiment a little bit.
Right.
So
And
I
your
get to do more.
nails are also something, right?
Wait, what?
Oh,
How did
no,
you
that was just the
notice?
bling.
No, it's because. No, you're right.
Oh.
I didn't think anybody would notice, but I got clear nail polish.
I noticed.
On my manicure on Saturday.
Okay.
I got clear nail polish because I
it
wanted
looks
it to be a
nice.
little
Right.
bling, bling, bling.
Yeah. Well, it's working.
Yeah, you like
yeah.
it? Oh,
yeah,
good,
I do.
good. I'm glad.
And okay, so that's that. And then what else? I mean, I have been going. Okay, so earlier on the pod,
Yeah.
I was off, and I was talking about how off I was.
Yes, you
meaning
were. But then you were on
days
this
off.
past month.
I'm going 18 days straight
Wait, what?
with no days off.
What?
And here's the thing.
What's
We
the thing?
work really for 10 minutes at a time.
But no, because it's a lot
Yeah.
of
No, I
transportation.
know. Yeah, it's still, and also it's I have been on stage for more than that, but it's just been a lot. It's been a lot of shows. It'll have been, assuming the end of the run of it.
Yeah.
29 shows in 18 days, including headlining and stuff. So
Wow.
it's a lot. It's a
That
lot.
is a lot.
Yeah.
It's blessed, but it's a lot.
It is. Yes. Yes. It's all good. I appreciate it, but also like,
Does that count today as well?
yeah.
Oh, well, to me,
Yeah.
we're busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Uh-huh,
We're going to spend a whole day together. I'm like
I know.
very excited.
Well, we have breaks because we have
Yeah.
this, then a break for work for you
Yeah.
and me to figure out what to do.
yeah.
Mostly, I think, taxes. And then, did you do your taxes yet? Okay. You haven't.
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
I haven't even done them last year.
Really?
Oh.
Okay. Well, we can edit this out.
No, it's good. It's fine. I want people to feel shame for me.
Okay.
I'm going to file an extension.
Oh, sure.
I'm
Well,
just
you could do that.
lazy.
Oh,
But I needed, because it was funny. I saw a TikTok yesterday
okay.
where it was like, a lady's like, in today's episode of how long does it actually take me to do something I've been procrastinating on?
Yeah.
Today we're going to clean out my pantry and see how long it actually takes me to do so.
Uh-huh.
But I'm a big, can I say something?
Yes,
Can I be
bring
vulnerable
it.
in this crowd? And
Of
I've been meaning to
course.
talk to you about it, but I've been deep.
Okay.
So when you procrastinate, you feel shame.
Yes.
Do you feel?
Yeah.
I feel lots of shame for
Okay.
allowing everything. But
I mean,
then,
me too.
But then when
Yeah.
you procrastinate,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I need to do it. Then because I feel shame about it, now I don't want to do it. And then it's not about the amount of time it takes. It's like now I feel really guilty about not doing it. So I'm going to
Sure.
continue to feel guilty.
Right.
So as an example,
Yes.
like I haven't been doing the clips.
Oh.
No.
Okay. I feel shame about that too.
I feel so much shame about it
don't
because like
worry.
my rhythm is off.
Okay.
And then when
It's
one rhythm
okay.
is off, well, I need to be very honest with you because
Okay.
like I'm not even kidding. I feel deep shame and I've been like can't even look at you because I've been,
Really?
yeah, because I've
Oh,
been
but I
feeling so
love
much
you.
shame. I know.
Oh, okay. But you don't have to feel any shame.
But it's been I procrastinated. I procrastinated
okay.
and then I'm like, oh my God, okay, I'm gonna do it. And then I'm like, oh no, but I can't
don't
believe I
worry.
didn't do it last week.
Don't worry.
But that's how I
Don't worry. Yeah. Oh, this is it's very adorable. And like you
But it's
don't.
true.
Yeah. But also like I feel shame because I'm like, oh, you always do the clips and then I don't. And then I was actually sending the one that I want
Yeah.
that I sent that I did
Yes,
like
I
last week.
remember.
And so I sent it to a clip person who we know and, Rye. I don't know why I'm being cagey. Hire Rye. Yeah. Why not? Why not say?
I don't
yeah,
know. He's
Rye
not
is
a
great.
sponsor, so
Yeah, no, but he's great. So anyway, but I sent it to Rye, but
Yeah.
I just didn't do that. So I also
Yeah.
felt shame.
No, because the thing is
Yeah.
like, but actually I think now that I
Sure.
said it out loud,
Great. It's also
it's
like
back
fine.
on. No, it's
all
not.
fine.
It's because in the
Here's the
podcast
thing,
game, it's either
yes.
consistency or no consistency.
Okay, but also our arc is long. Okay? No, I really mean that. Like it's
Yeah.
all
I just don't want you to give
yes.
up on me.
I never will.
I just don't want you to give
I
up on me.
never will. First of all, I'm a fiercely loyal person. It's like honestly weird.
Really?
And yes. I mean, well, I'm just
loyal too.
imagining
Well,
like
some
somebody
people
looking at
disagree.
this and being like, I don't think so. I mean, but like, listen, if I haven't been, then sorry. But like, I am.
But I'm mostly loyal. So if
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
loyal to you, it's a you problem.
I mean, I'm not saying that, but kind of.
Yeah,
but yeah, I just mean like, don't worry. You don't have to worry.
I do feel bad.
Yeah, there's no reason to. But anyway, okay.
So back to my taxes. So
Yeah.
I procrastinated on them. And it literally takes me
Yeah.
less than a day to get everything together, make a list of
Sure.
everything I need.
Sure. Do you
make-
itemize?
No.
Okay.
Well, because I only
Yeah.
have big things, right?
Right.
So like
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like
Yeah.
for comedy and stuff,
Yeah.
just add it on. I'm just gonna like
Right, 'cause it's-
do whatever.
yeah,
But
right.
eventually I will need to.
Yeah.
But I just feel like my life is so much in chaos, even though it's not. But I
Really?
feel like it is.
Okay.
And so like I just
Right.
need to breathe a little bit.
Sure.
But I had such a good meeting with my therapist today.
Oh, great.
Because I've been a little bit in a slump. We kind of talked about it a little bit.
Sure, yeah.
And then I talked to my therapist about it, and now
Sure.
I feel so energized.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I feel
Okay.
so good, like night and
Yes.
day. Like,
Wow. Okay.
yeah, it's really good. Like, he didn't say anything profound, but just
Yeah.
talking about it.
Yeah.
he was just like, I was just like,
Yeah.
I'll just give the example if that's okay. Like, I'll give the. I was like,
Literally whatever. Yeah.
I was like, in life, it kind of sometimes feels like I'm running. Because people are, I'm doing this race and I can't win. He's like, well, people are like, oh, but do you enjoy running? And I was like, that's not the fucking point.
Yeah.
The point is, if I'm running and I can't even win a qualifying heat to go to the Olympics,
Sure.
then I will never get to the Olympics. I can't win a qualifying heat.
Yeah.
Then why the hell am I going to go to the Olympics? He's
Okay.
like, do you want to go to the Olympics?
Sure.
And I go, then why am I running? He's like, well, my question is, do you want, like, why go to the Olympics? And I was like, because the best people are the Olympics. He's like, but is that what you want?
Right.
And I was just like, oh, maybe I don't want the heat of the Olympics. So then I was like to myself, I'm like, oh, well then, am I like a quitter? No, it's just a different goal.
I
but
think
it gave me a lot of
really
clarity.
important topic because, I mean, that's huge, first of all, in my opinion, because, you know, I think about that a lot because, like, I feel in this career that, and from the beginning, because I came into this career giving up so much of like the kind of Olympic mentality of a prior career that's like also cutthroat and intense and all that. And everything that I left, when I think about it, it's like I didn't just leave a school or the law or whatever. I left this whole like enterprise and attitude of like, okay, my only goal is to like get to the top of a mountain type of thing. Does that make sense? Yes. And so whenever, and I feel like I've shot myself in the foot. I've felt this way a number of times over, you know, the 12 years thus far of doing comedy, where I remember when I first started doing comedy, I was like, I just don't want my success in this thing to outpace my passion for doing it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because I remember when I was teaching that I would get these like various successes, like an honor or a something. And I was like, okay, cool. And then feel this sort of emptiness about it because I'm like, I don't even care or like know why. Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so then when I started doing comedy, you know, it doesn't take that long before you realize that it's the same type of game all over again. But I got into comedy because I wanted to be honest. That's it. Like I just, for real.
And you are very honest.
I mean, I try to be. I'm not always, but like, you know, I really try to be. And so because of that, like I at various times when I haven't like gotten things or whatever it might be, I'm like, ugh, that's so annoying. But then I have to remind myself that like I really wanted my success in it not to be outdone by just loving it. And so whenever I'm so upset if I didn't get something, I'm like, yeah, but I got into this so I could like love it. And that's the whole thing. Right? Does that make sense? Yeah. So I just think about it a lot.
You know, that's like, it's kind of touching me a little bit because this is like one of the reasons why I love Liz so much.
Oh, okay.
Really? Because this is like a very honest like reaction to something that's really personal to me.
Oh, okay.
You're one of the people that I could really like just talk to about this.
For sure.
And you.
Gasoline Alley. Who we mean.
So I definitely get that. Yeah. And I'm with you on that. And I think that's what I mean about the Olympics.
For sure. Because it's like, listen, like I think it's always so inspiring when somebody at the Olympics has a story of like, I just couldn't help swimming, right? Like all I ever wanted to do was swim. And then I just started swimming and I kept swimming and then I swam so much and then I got so good and whatever. And it's like, that's in a way, I guess like how, in my opinion, it's like quote supposed to be.
Yes.
Where it's like, you're so obsessed with this naturally that you like are the gold medalist because like, how could you not be? All you do is swim.
All you do is
Meanwhile, then people realize like, okay, swimming for the Olympics is a career. I need to like put everything I have into training for this career. And that's what happens. And that's like what becomes this industry around a goal. But sometimes it's not as simple as like in every single instance or whatever that like just going for a goal is bad. I'm not saying that. That said, like, there is something that feels sort of empty when you're just going for a goal in order to win, as opposed to like, oh, I was just having fun playing, and then I guess people were watching. That's it. And I wanted more of that because I knew what it was like to have the other from my old job.
That's a good perspective. I also think there's something around it because I'm turning a birthday.
Sure.
Aries. We're fire signs.
Oh.
You hold us, we'll keep you warm. You hold us too long, we'll burn you. That's how I am. Yeah, that's how I am.
Okay.
Talk to my man about it.
Oh.
Yeah, he calls me a cat, but you know what his favorite animal is?
A cat. That's so cute.
I know. You know, he tells me, he tells me that as a little kid, he would come home and he would have scratches all over his body. His mom's like, she'd be like, Bobby, you have to let the kitties go when they want to. He's like, but I'm not done hugging.
Oh, that's so cute.
But I give him scratches sometimes, but he's not done hugging. And I'm just like, ugh, okay.
We have a cat, short interlude, and related to Eloise and her animal sounds.
Yes.
Our cat is Jack.
Yes.
She calls him Jack Jack. So then if you ask her, she knows a lot of animal sounds, but if you're like, what does a cat sound like? She's like, Jack Jack.
She's so cute.
Yeah.
She's so cute.
She's so
You haven't
cute.
sent me a picture lately.
Oh, I will.
But yeah, so then I'm turning birthday, and it's like I've kind of just been, maybe we can talk about this. I've been thinking like, you know, when sometimes you in your heart you feel like it's time for a big change.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like it's time for a big change.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't know.
Oh.
Just something. Well, I do know. I don't know if I can get to, but it's just like the way that I'm living my life right now isn't the way I want to.
Oh.
Not in a bad way, not like whatever.
Yeah.
But it's just like certain things need to go. Like just like certain obsessions.
Okay.
Or like you know, I need to be more focused, or I want to be more focused in certain things.
Okay.
And within that it considers like a lot of life changes, I think.
Okay.
Right?
Sure.
And I'm like, I've never made big life changes. Everyone's like, oh, you know, when you're like, it's actually because I've moved countries many times.
Right.
Whatever.
Who
type
even
of thing.
cares?
No, seriously.
I
Like,
know, I'm kidding.
I've purchased big things like houses before, whatever. People are like, oh my God. I like, you know, when you're like, oh, you get these things and you're like, that's how I feel like in these times.
Right.
I'm like, okay, cool. Like, it's not something I aspire to do. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But now I want to be very meaningful in like what I want out of life.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but this birthday specifically has made me think about that a lot.
Okay.
Just the change though is, it's going to be, I guess, difficult because it just requires you to actually do something different.
Sure.
That's difficult.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I mean, in a way, I did allow it to kind of unfold. Like when I look back, because I mean, my story was like, I did stand up. I loved it. I wanted to leave. I didn't leave. I didn't really do anything connected to that. I just sort of like allowed it to, I guess, marinate.
Yeah.
And then it was like 11 months later that I was just like I was teaching, right, in my job.
Yeah.
And I did stand up while I was in my job. And then I continued doing my job. And then 11 months later, but I kept thinking like, oh, I want to do stand up. Like I want to do this.
Yeah.
And there's a little more of a specific to it, which I think I can say it succinctly anyway. But like basically the day after I did stand up for the very first time, I had this like daydream. Have I told you about it?
She
it's
has
so
a
crazy.
dream, people.
Oh my God.
It starts with a dream.
So I was like running on fumes that day.
Yeah.
I was like, whatever. And I have this like download. Maybe I was napping. I don't even remember. But like it was a vision of me on the Tonight Show. And I wasn't even doing stand up. I was already on the couch. And then I'm asked the question. And this is during my 7th year teaching, which was relevant because the question that I was posed in the daydream on the Tonight Show interview style was, so Liz, I don't get it. You were like a law professor for a decade and then you just like stopped and did stand-up comedy. And my line was, well, actually, Jimmy, it was 9 years. Okay. And I was like, wait, I think that's funny if you like round down from 10 to 9, even when it's not in your favor.
Yeah.
And then I like called my mom. And this is like the day after I had just done stand up for the first time. So my mom is like, okay, she's fully nuts. And then I tell my mom this like daydream. I'm like, isn't that so funny to round down from 10 to 9? And she's like, Elizabeth, I'm not sure that's funny. And I was like, listen, I was funny on stage last night. I got 2 whole laughs or whatever it might have been for like the first time. Yeah. But anyway, and my mom's like, okay, well, maybe like don't quit your job for this like bit or whatever. And fine. But then I had it in my head. I couldn't not have it in my head. It was just like a scene and it was just there and whatever. Anyway, then 11 months later, okay, full 11 months of just like living my life.
Yeah.
I mean, it was my best friend's mother's funeral. Okay. Miriam Lubar, amazing woman. Okay. Truly amazing woman. And we were in a funeral processional for 80 miles because it was like from New Jersey to Pennsylvania, from like the temple to the cemetery. So we had a lot of time in the car, and it was me and my two friends from high school. And school was calling me. And I was like, I had like canceled my classes because it was a funeral all day. Okay. Yeah. And so I get this call from the dean, and I was like, oh my God, what does the dean want? Like, am I in trouble? Because even though I had tenure, I was always like convinced that I was in trouble. Yeah. So I was like, I have to take the call. And they're like, well, we have time. Because like we're basically in like jail in a funeral processional on I-80 going 30 miles an hour. Yeah. And so they're in the front seats. I'm in like the back, right? I take the phone call, and it's the dean of school being like, hey, I was like, I'm so sorry, I'm at a funeral. He's like, what are you talking about? Okay, like, I don't care. And it's just funny because he's like, he's a good professor and dean, but he like mostly is an alpaca farmer. Law professors are the weirdest, like with their like side hustles. But anyway, so he's like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I thought you were like literally in your office. Like, this isn't a real job. That's my editorial commentary. But anyway, so then he's like, oh, I just like have to, I'm making calls to all of the tenured faculty members because we're offering buyout packages. Okay. And so you know what that is. It's like I had tenure, but I was offered a buyout. I've never told you this story.
I don't know if you have.
Okay. So anyway, and they don't give a memo. They don't like send out a memo because they don't want it getting out that like, oh, the school's in trouble. Like they got $20 million in a gift the year later. But like at this moment, the dean was like, we're in trouble financially. Okay. So they're offering buyout packages to all of the tenured faculty members, and you have to like write them down from the phone. Does that make sense? Yeah. And so it's like all of these complicated things, like, oh, you could go a half time, a quarter time, an eighth time, and you get like this amount of money in whatever.
Got it.
And then the second to last option was somebody could quit at the end of this year, which would have been my 8th year. And then the final option was, or somebody could quit at the end of next year, which was the 9th year. And I'm looking, and I was like, it's 9 years.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah, because of the dream.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, I picked that one. And he's like, what? And I was like, oh, no, the last one. And he's like, right. You don't have to pick any of them. I'm just like legally obligated to have this conversation with you. But like, you don't have to. It's not this kind of question. And then I told him this story.
He's like, again, Elizabeth,
right. He's like, what's your problem? So anyway, he's like, don't quit for that. It's not a funny joke. But so then that was during my 8th year because it was the next school year. So then I had like basically 3 semesters left where I knew I was leaving, and I was paid regular, and then I was paid for 2 more years.
Wow.
Yeah, with health insurance and like access to my office and like whatever. Not that I ever went there, but like, yeah. So that's, and so all of this to say, I didn't really do anything. I just kind of waited.
No, you made the choice.
Honestly, wait. Well, I did, but I do think that the waiting is not for nothing, because what I did a little bit was wait.
Yeah.
And then the thing just kind of came. And I am a proponent of that. Like, not waiting. So my pitch to you is, sure, you can feel shame about procrastination if you want to. I don't think you have to. I think sometimes, like, it's not that big a deal if you're procrastinating. Yeah. That's what I think.
I do like that, because I'm going to keep that close to me, because I will always procrastinate. Well,
yeah. And it's like, also,
but sometimes it's good because you're not making rash decisions.
Yeah, I think so. And so it's like, you know, I kind of just lived my life.
Yeah.
Right? Like waiting for the hair dye to turn blonde.
An off shade of yellow.
Right. And then it kind of happened.
Yeah.
So that's all I mean is, like, you know, and of course, like, nothing in my story is replicable necessarily, because, like, how do you plan for that? You can't. Nobody can. But I do think that sometimes like allowing.
But you had a calling. It almost like you had a calling of like, no, this is it. This has to be the decision.
Well, it's a matter of
which
paying
I think
attention.
is like really good.
Yeah, I think so. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say about that.
Wow. Okay, well, maybe I'll get a call.
Yeah, you don't know.
I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think I'll be a little bit more. Actually, I don't know. I just think I'm more. I'm like, you know what it is? I'm paying attention more to my surroundings.
Okay, I think that's great.
And so I think that's what I'm going to do.
Sure.
And so this is what my new attitude is all about.
Okay,
which is fun. It has to be fun.
Yeah.
I did want to tell you a story though about
me.
Palm Springs.
Oh, I want to hear it.
Pivot.
Okay.
So after our wedding, Bob and I went to Palm Springs.
Yeah.
Because what do you do after you have a gay wedding? You go somewhere gayer.
Yeah. That's good.
It's true.
That's
because we were like,
funny.
oh, we need to get away from this, so we went literally to Palm Springs.
Yeah.
And we were in Palm Springs or whatever. And we went to the casino.
Oh, I didn't know they had
This
them
is
there.
kind of like a segment that I'm trying to have on like technically it's a joke because I want to bring that back, but also too it's true.
And that's fine. Yes.
And we each were like, let's do $100, right, and play.
Sure.
Bob lost it in 10 seconds at the slot machine.
Happens.
Right, and he's like, never again. And then I go to the blackjack table, and on the blackjack table, everyone. I always go to like the $5 one.
Sure.
And everyone's so judgy at the blackjack table. Do you know?
Sure.
Have you do casinos or anything like that? Mm-mm. Do you know what blackjack is? It's, okay,
21.
Yeah, 21. Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone's so freaking judgy at the blackjack table because they're always judging not just how you play, but also what you're doing. So like, I would like just do my 5.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, you're only doing 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the minimum.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I want to do. I only have 100. But you have people doing like $30, $40 a hand. I'm like, I'm not you. Big risk, big reward. I want to limit everything if possible.
Yeah.
So whatever, I'm doing my 5. And then the other thing too at the blackjack table is like everyone gets really mad at the way you play your hand. Right? Because for example, Bob was behind me. And I called my hand, and he put a 10, so I was over, so I lost it.
Sure.
And the guy next to me had like 8 or something like that, and he got really mad at me because when he did it, he got like a lower card and then not a lower card, and then he went over, and he was like, "That card is supposed to be mine. You shouldn't have called it." And I was just like, so basically, this was a white guy, so he's like, oh, so he's like, so basically he understands that my actions impact him. And I was like, oh, you get like systematic racism. Like, you get it.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then there's these 3 women.
Yeah.
Who like you could tell they're in there for like a ride or something like that. And one of the women, she was married. She's talking about her husband.
Yeah.
But get this, the guy next to her, which is a total like, just like I don't know, like he obviously played a lot of blackjack and he was a big thing. He started cozying up to her and she liked the attention.
Oh.
So at one point he had his arm around her. Now I know she was married because I was eavesdropping the conversation.
Okay.
And she was talking about her husband. But then later on, because I played a good amount of time, but later on at one point his hand was around her literally and her friends were like, huh. And I go, I mean, I guess whatever happens in Palm Springs. Like, if I was like a straight man married to a woman, she's like, oh, honey, I'm going to go to Palm Springs. I'll be like, oh, it's gay. Have fun. Not, oh, my woman's going to be like hooked up to this other guy who's losing a lot of money at the minimum $5 blackjack table. Yeah. There's a like $30 minimum. Like,
this is a bad idea.
Like if you go there, I get it, right? The high rollers. Sure. Anyways, but then there's this other lady next to us, and they're drunk at this point. Sure. So when I lost the hand, I turned to Bob, and I gave him a little kiss, and she starts, like, breaking down at this point. She's like, oh, my God. She's like, yeah, I believe what's happening right now in the world, like this with this administration. It's so bad. Okay. Right. And she's like, whatever. And I just look at her, and I'm like, that's really presumptuous that you didn't think I voted for him. Ha! Do you know what I mean? Only because I'm gay, but I'm also Latino. We're conservative apparently now. Yeah. So, like, I was just like.
I was at a show, there were gays for Trump.
What do you mean?
I don't actually know, but I know that that's what they were.
Where?
It was at Gotham.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
And you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but that's just a side note. So
really?
Yes.
Wow, I didn't know they had that stuff.
I didn't either. Did
they laugh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, of course, you're Liz Glazer.
Well, thank you.
Okay, anyway, so then I'm like, okay, babe, I'm done. Like,
right.
I think at this point I had like $50 left to my name. So I was like, let me pick it up. Let me go.
Sure.
I lost them later on the slot machine.
Okay.
And so then at this point, now she's belligerent. And so she gets up when we get up to come talk to us.
Oh God.
And she's like, I can't believe what's going, again, back to the rhetoric or whatever. And I go, yeah, I'm sorry. Like, yeah, it's a lot. She goes, it's just so hard to keep up faith. And I go, okay. I was like, where are you from? Some country, maybe, let's say Iowa. I don't know.
Okay.
And I go, okay. And I was like, oh, what do you, like, how is it over there? She's like, it's horrible. They're doing that. I was like, what do you do? She's like, I'm a civil rights lawyer. I'm like, oh. Didn't expect that from a white woman.
Sure.
Good for her. She was like, but it's so difficult. I feel like quitting all the time. So I'm over here being like, don't quit. We need people like you. We need people like you. Don't quit. Keep going. She's like, I don't know if I can. And then I thought about it. And then I'm like, in this environment where it's really, really difficult to not only be a gay man, but to be a Latino man and then to be a bottom on top of that, I'm now consoling this white woman on the environment.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I'm like, she got me again.
Right. She did.
Make everything about her.
Wow.
And I just find that so funny.
Yeah.
Like, I just find that so funny because I find that one time at I shouldn't say this, but there was like Anthony Bourdain, bless his heart, whatever. There was like a scene one time where he went to this like rural village, and he saw like a seller, like a street vendor, and he like felt really bad. He's like, I want to buy all the food that you have, right? Give him money.
Yeah.
So he did.
Okay.
Started giving out the food for free. Now, what does this mean in a really poor rural village? When you hand out food for free, the kids started like literally swarming him for the free food, and then started beating each other up so they could get to the free food. Yeah. So he gets really shell shocked, and he's like, "Oh my God, I don't know what to do." He's like really emotional about it. People are trying to console him, and I'm like, when kids are literally beating themselves up for being hungry, you're the one getting consoled. And it reminded me a little bit of that dynamic.
That's true.
A little bit.
Right.
I just thought that was really funny.
Totally. No, I mean that. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Palm Springs, baby.
Ha!
Palm Springs.
It sounds like a really relaxing honeymoon.
Oh, we stayed at this pretentious hotel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't say the name because I kind of we kind of got out of the hotel thing earlier than what we should have and get our refund back.
Okay,
but I want them to invite us back.
Yeah, former sponsor.
Yeah, but it was like $20 for guac and chips, and you're just like, oh.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Right.
It was like that type. And you're just like, okay. Because I don't know about you when you travel. Mm-hmm. How do you pick out hotels?
I don't.
Because this is where Bob and I fight.
Okay.
He likes to say very, very expensive hotels.
Okay.
I do not.
Yeah, I don't
3
either.
stars to me is good.
Yeah.
He won't go unless it's like very bougie because he believes it's a really crazy experience. And I'm a firm believer of, but we're not really going to be here a lot.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you just need to have the basic amenities to me. Like, does it need to have a cockroach?
Right.
Maybe not in the last 6 months.
Sure.
But for him, it's because, but I'm like, now you're just adding 30-40% more cost to the trip.
Yeah, that's how, right. I guess, the better answer would have been cost dependent.
Yeah.
For the most part. I mean, I like a deal on something good.
I love a deal.
Yeah. I mean, right.
I love when I go to an Airbnb, it's like, oh, this is a rare find. This books up quickly. I'm
totally. I fall for that too. Yeah. But I mean, a lot of times I'll just stay with people. I don't stay in hotels that much. I meant like
family vacation and stuff.
No, I know, but I don't know. Like we stayed at the hotel that you picked.
Yes.
Because it was the hotel for the wedding.
Yeah.
And I mean, in the city, we did a hotel recently that was like basically because of the price and the location, I guess.
See, that's the logical way to do it.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Not like we're planning our little extended honeymoon right now.
I know.
You want me to spend so much money on a night of hotel night? We had a come to Jesus moment.
Right.
I was like, none of us earn this type of money. And I don't care if it's our honeymoon.
Yeah.
Like, we need to be a little bit more reasonable.
That said, I do love,
so cheap.
Me too, but I do love a nice hotel, but I love a nice hotel for free. That's the best. It's here's the thing.
That's different though. That hits
No,
different.
I know. It's so good. It's so good. And it's not something like
I will enjoy the hotel more actually.
Me too.
Yeah.
And because I sometimes have these fantasies of okay, what would be an amazing day or night or whatever? What would it look like? Yeah. there's a sponsor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to be thinking about how I'm paying for it.
No.
And I mean, I don't like, this is going to sound so cheap, but I'm just being real. Like I don't like knowing that whatever I'm spending is equivalent to like a month of daycare or something, you know?
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I think about it too much.
I told him, I'm like, babe, we're not in the White Lotus. Do you notice in the White Lotus, they're staying in the hotel all of the freaking time.
I know.
That's not our plan.
Right.
Because even if I stay in that fancy ass hotel, guess what I'm not doing? Ordering anything extra.
Yeah, I know. But that's why.
2 for dinner at this hotel? No, I will go down to the Square Plaza and get dinner there. That's wild that you're eating dinner, you're eating breakfast, you're getting massage, you're doing everything and staying in that same hotel.
Right.
Then might as well just be home.
I know. And that's why I think like, wouldn't it be amazing? Like
you can get killed apparently.
Right. Well, I'm not caught up. So I mean, I know someone dies. Yeah, I know that. Yeah. I know. Yeah. But so sad. But it's like that's what's so genius to me about that show, and like what an amazing way to write vacations is like write stuff that causes you to have to shoot at a place where you're on vacation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that's amazing.
I can't get over the fact of how they vacate. Like, you're only going to stay at the resort for most of the time.
But, like, when they're filming...
so not factually correct.
Like, do they stay at whatever the White Lotus is?
I don't know.
Well, where do they stay?
I don't know.
Okay, in the comments, tell us. Yeah, because that's what I want to see. I want to see the documentary about the making of White Lotus, because I want to know what room service was like. And like, I want to know, like, what did you do with your day? Did you have a golf lesson? Like
something. Like, how
did you get a massage? Like, what is the spa like?
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm just like, I don't know. I'm such a cheap person that everything, the way I look at the show, I'm like, that dinner costs a lot of money. Oh, yeah. A bottle of wine. Oh my God, that's a lot of money. A massage.
Right.
You know that's marked up 40%.
Yeah.
What?
I know. One time I got a massage off campus at a really nice hotel. Okay. I don't think I've ever spoken about this, and it feels very vulnerable. And I think it's going to be funny that it feels as vulnerable as it is, because it's literally just, okay, I got a Thai massage, which I love a Thai massage. Have you ever had?
No.
Okay. They step all over you.
Oh.
It's amazing. Okay.
Yes.
Just fully, you are grapes and you'll become wine at the end of this massage. It's fantastic. And so there was this,
slip and fall.
Yeah, I welcome that. But basically this woman, the person doing the massage, stepped on me and like hit a part of my left side that, like, okay, the only analogy that feels apt is, you know, when a building implodes?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
and
it goes down. Yeah.
It was like that feeling and sound. And it was amazing. And I don't know what kind of lasting damage it did, but I don't care. It was the best massage ever. And I couldn't believe that it was coming out of my body. It was crazy.
Maybe it was like a big stress ball that...
I think it was just like, like a knot just eroded.
Wow.
And she was like a tiny person.
Oh, wait up. I really want a massage now.
Yeah,
I'm like,
totally. Do you have work after?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh my God, I should do a massage.
Fine. Yeah, I know we should. But it's hard to find Thai massages. I found one in Denver last year.
Okay.
But it was like this guy... He was like, you can call me Sensei Scott or something. And I was like, no.
No.
Right.
And I feel like Groupon, I'm going to look at Groupon now for like a Thai massage.
It's harder to find.
Is it?
Yeah. But maybe, I mean, it's New York. So,
we'll figure it out.
Okay. All right.
All right.
I love you. Bye.
Well, I love you. I love you.
I love you. Gasoline Alley. Okay. That was great.